Oh boy, oh boy. I'm pissed because they won't repent. That's such a good meme. Oh, that's the good shit. Okay. I think that we're basically all set. Set and ready to hunt for some rare boys. Okay. Oh, neighbors are running up and down the stairs again. What was that? Never mind. Okay. So, on this episode of doing boring things on video, um, we're hunting Goomy. Because I want a new team for that expansion, and I've decided that I will breed out a new team. I'm not really going for anything mega crazy as far as like stats or whatever. If I get good stats, I'm gonna try. I'll probably do like a little bit of finagling with stats to get something good. But not specifically going after that. Anyway, so this episode is all about Goomy. He is the third Pokemon for which I am searching. The first was Sobble, because I think that's the only one that will continue in my team. The second was Galarian Slowpoke. And the third is Goomy. I haven't decided who the rest of the team is yet. But I'm sure I'll come to that conclusion when it is time. Basically, I'll just be picking one at a time as I go. I've already hatched like a box and a half, at least, of these guys, I think. I'm hoping that I get luckier, especially luckier than my last one, because Jesus Christ, that took me forever. Shiny hunting. This is what I said that I was gonna do. I'm filling my. Oh yeah, I guess I'm over 1.5. These are all my attempts so far. Amazing stats. What? You're about to make chicken sandwiches? That sounds great. I might put you in there. Okay, time for a change up. To share with you. Oh, you'd share with me, but you can't teleport without supervision yet. Yep, I know. It is pretty hard to teleport sandwiches. I'm gonna take back this Goomy. God, I didn't mean to do that. It goes. I feel better. I'm just like super fucking snotty and slimmy. Flimmy. Okay, I want to leave this guy and this guy. Oh, that's right. I was going to show you the profits that I've had so far. This is the first one that I was after. Wow! Got that shiny Sobble, and then this guy. A shiny Slowpoke. Which I'm pretty happy about. I just like the fact that it actually worked. So instead of that look. So yeah, that's basically what we're going for. This is the start of a new team, and the current target is this boy. Because he's adorable. And I've never actually run a team with him in it. So I guess now's the time. So be prepared for a lot of this. A lot of this. No better time than the present. That's right. Basically, like the whole goal is to get a whole new team up and running in time for the expansion, and I want them all to be shiny. I want them all to be level 100. Yeah, I just... Yes, I guess you can. I'm not really thinking brain right now because of gameplay or anything like that, so my attention can indeed be divided. So what we're looking for will look dramatically different. It's like a yellowish color, I think. Like creamy yellow. I don't remember exactly, but I am excited to have a shiny Goomy. The fact that I've made this work twice now is exciting. The only issue that I have with this guy is that, being that he is dragon type, the eggs take longer to hatch, and so there's more points where I'm not hatching eggs, and that makes me sad. So I'm hoping that this doesn't take very long. With Sobble, it took me about two and a half boxes of hatching Pokemon, and 2.5 is like, because remember each box is like 30 Pokemon, so 2.5 would be about like 70 or so. Slowpoke took me almost 8 full boxes. 8 times 3, 24, about 240 eggs, roughly. This one is filling up the second box right now, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'd love to be able to get a shiny in this stream. And we're gonna go at least a couple hours, so... This is kind of like what I wanted to do tonight anyway. Didn't really want to play anything else. Oh, go away. I don't want to fight any Pokemon right now. Make eggs. Just sitting over silently whispering into the Pokemon's ears. Breed. 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 You can stop when you give me a special offspring. When you give me the golden child. You have my vote of confidence? Okay. I can get this to work sometimes, but other times it just seems fairly impossible. Trying to get... I just want to roll around this shop guy in like in a nice tight circle. I just want to do this. That's all I want to do. Yeah, well, I had it for a tiny bit. Oh boy, I feel like I've been blowing my nose so much in the last like 3 or 4 days that my nose feels battered and broken. Oh, The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. It is an actually okay movie. I've seen it quite a few times. Certainly not recently. I was thinking that after I finish this I would watch Princess Mononoke, but I think I'm actually going to save that for tomorrow when I probably take a day off. And instead I'll probably watch like the rest of The Irishman tonight. Which I'm actually digging so far. I don't know, like, it doesn't seem like it'd be, like, my kind of thing, but, like, I like that kind of thing. It's really good, though, and, oh my god, the way that they make those actors look so much younger, it's impressive. It's some impressive face-swapping tech shit there. Plus, I do actually like De Niro, and I do really like Joe Pesci. But they've got lots of really good actors in there. It's no Golden Child with weird, I feel like they did a claymation devil. That scene, and it's just like, oh my god, like the rice that had like blood in it and shit. Spanning the horizons. So yeah, like, okay, so like, I totally seem like the guy that likes sci-fi comedy shit, but like, no, I do like that, but then I also have like this really big soft spot for cop dramas, older like American mafia shit, and then I love British gangster movies, like fucking Snatch, and just stuff like that. Like, oh my god, I love that shit. I eat it up. Oh my god, that's like instantaneous breeding. I barely just collected that egg. It's like, here's a kid. Here's another one. Wow. Hold on. I gotta hatch your siblings first. I also like police thrillers like Seven, Along Came a Spider. I don't know, like just cop shit, like Law and Order. Really like Law and Order. Yes, I do love Snatch. I eat that shit up. God damn it. You got me there. I think it might stem from that like James Bond shit that I like. Why sometimes do you not want to go in circles around this man? I wish you could speed up the egg hatching process. That'd be nice. Failure. Every egg that doesn't give me a shiny Pokemon is a failure. God damn it. Excuse me. You only like SVU? SVU is okay. After watching a lot of it, it is my least favorite of the three like main Law and Orders. And I say three main Law and Orders because like in my mind there's the regular one, Law and Order, then there's the Special Victims Unit, and then there is the Criminal Intent. Which Criminal Intent is my favorite. I'm sad that it is gone. But D'Onofrio was like my favorite person to watch. And then they put they put Jeff Goldblum as his equally weird replacement. And I loved that shit too. But I also like the regular Law and Order as my second. But I think Special Victim Unit, for me, it got too samey. Like, because if you binge watch Special Victims Unit, it's all the same shit eventually. Like, person A got raped by person B. Maybe there was a murder, maybe there's not. I don't know. It's just like, oh, this is the rapist, some weirdo doing the bad thing. I don't know. It's very, very samey. And then you only like the original NCIS. Yeah, I can agree with that one. And Bones. Bones was fun. I like that. The two that they have on there were good. You love Goldblum quietly though, because he might be inbred. What? Okay, is there some rumor that Jeff Goldblum is inbred and that's why he's so weird? I don't remember. He did an interview and said his grandparents were cousins, like of his own volition. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it happens, right? You have to think about it. Like, time-wise, like, look at Jeff Goldblum and look at how actually old he is. And think about his parents, and then think about his grandparents. And it's like, that goes back a little way. They're probably, like, alive in, like, the 20s. Maybe they didn't know any better. Actually, they're probably alive, like, before the 20s. Because the old people that I'm speaking to now are, like, born in the 20s and 30s. It's ridiculous to think that I'm talking to people that were born in, like, 1920-something, 1930-something. Like, these are the people that I talk to on a daily basis. Anyways, nice man. Won't say that in a public setting. You can't talk openly about Goldblum being a nice man. Anyway, that's weird. But yeah, I like cop dramas. They can be fun. Sometimes they can be really stupid, though. I guess I just like that mystery of who done it. You just don't talk about him at all. I'm very masterful at avoiding things I don't want to talk about. Ah, yes, okay. I've been there, I've done that. I do that on a daily basis. Like, what don't I want to talk about today? Give me eggs! I'm like, how to basic? I need more eggs to throw at fucking shit things on the floor. This is gonna take a while. I think this one specifically will take a while. What would you say that your biggest skill or talent is? How to Basic and You Suck at Cooking should do a collaboration. Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd watch that shit. I still find it funny that it's just like some weirdo from Australia. Your biggest skill just in general, like skill I've actually had measured by society. I'm talking about you. Like, what do you think? I don't care about what society thinks. Societally measured skills are just things you can do in a workplace. Or the fact that you've gone this many years without actually murdering like an actual person. I was gonna say murdering a sucker, and I'm just like, what even does that sentence mean? Circles. Oh. No, I need more eggs. I've hatched too many eggs. I don't have any replacements. Biggest personal skill is reading. I'm a very fast reader. I can get through 1,000-page books in a couple days. That's good. That's good. I feel like one of mine is doing puzzles. So it seems to be the trend on the call floor to do puzzles in your off time during, and so seeing as I'm not doing actually anything really that I would consider work anymore, I decided to get in on the puzzle game. And so I've brought a few puzzles, and I've, I don't know, like, they're bigger puzzles than most of the people are doing, and I'm doing, I'm doing like 10 times faster than anybody else. And everyone's like, I can't do your puzzles. Because they share them, and so like somebody asked to borrow like one of my puzzles. I'm like, yeah, sure, you can try it. And like, I can't do this. It's like, this puzzle's frustrating, and I'm like, it's fine, it's easy, just do the puzzle. But yeah, anyway. And it's like, they're not terrible puzzles. They're like, I tried to get interesting puzzles. Like, I have like some drawn maps of Pokemon and Zelda that I got from GameStop, and then I have like an E.T. movie poster, which is actually difficult because it's mostly blues, blacks, and the moon. Because like, you've seen the movie poster for E.T., like, fuck that moon. Like, that took me like half of today. But I don't know. People are just intimidated by puzzles. I like doing. Anyway, I'm just saying, I like doing puzzles. I'm fast. Fast at puzzles. Really good at writing circles around this bitch. Give me egg. Give me golden egg. God damn it. But then again, you've turned your own personal skill into basically a career. Makes sense too. You're really good at recognizing patterns and systems. True. True. I've been wanting to get like some like more difficult puzzles, but the more difficult, like, interesting ones are really expensive for some stupid reason. Like a color changing puzzle, or like a reflective puzzle, or I don't know. They're just like really expensive. Reading doesn't actually cross into your job that often. Ah. Well, I mean, you work in a library. That I took a loose association to it. What is your actual function at the library? I know that you don't just like, sit there and read. That is not what a librarian does. A librarian libraries. No, I mean, I know that like the whole thing about working in the library is making sure everything's in order and making sure that everybody's returning their books and all that sort of stuff. And yes, organizing, helping people find information. Yes. That is what librarians do. But reading helps you recommend. Reading helps you know where the knowledge is and where to find it. How do you feel about the Dewey Decimal System? That, now that I think about it, I don't remember. God damn it, Dewey Decimal System. Oh, she's got an egg. You rarely recommend books. Usually people come in with a book already in mind, or to use our other stuff. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Do you feel that working in a larger library makes it harder to Like, actually, do you feel like working in a library in general makes it harder to, like, use that like recommended book knowledge? Because do you feel like recommending books is one of those things that you do in like small like stores where people come in to look for a book to buy? Like, I feel like that's the sort of thing like movie stores, like small mom and pop movie shops, where like the people behind the counter have probably watched all the movies because they have nothing else to do, and so they recommend movies to people. Like game stores, people play the games to, but at a library, it's different. People are there to gain knowledge. They don't pay for. Okay, here's probably like one of the things that makes a difference. They're not there to pay for anything, really. So, like, what's it matter if they get a bad book? They can just return it. Come on, fucking hatch. I just need one spot. Gooey! What sorts of uh, other services does your library offer aside from books? You have a computer lab. Doesn't matter to you. You help people in other ways. Yeah, there you go. I don't even know what's inside like libraries these days. I haven't been inside a library in years. Gross things, libraries. Old, smell like dust. Have weirdos inside of them. No, I like libraries. Games, computers, events, toys, and stuff for kids. A lot of online stuff like movies and ebooks. I guess that figures. I mean, libraries sort of have to change and evolve with the times and technology, too, right? So do they... Okay, so you said ebooks. Do people have the ability to, like, go in and, like, rent ebooks, or is it more that people can come in to download ebooks and such? Oh, God. Like, I get so tense every time that I watch the... Like, okay, so when I do this on my own, and I'm just sitting on the couch watching some shit, like I'll just roll around back and forth, and I barely pay attention. But like, because I'm putting all of my attention on this right now, it makes the thing and that much worse to watch. You get a library card, and then you can go online and rent through us. Okay, so if they do an ebook, I mean, do they have to return it? Because it's just digital information at that point in time. Are there late fees for ebooks? I don't know. It sounds like a silly question, but I'm legitimately curious. Because I mean, I would assume that once they rent it, like is there like a time? Is the code that they get to download it or to transfer it to their devices like a timed code where like it'll like self-destruct after a certain amount of days or some shit like that. Because otherwise you have no way of really preventing them from just downloading the entire library and just be done with it. Depends. Through us, no. There are things like this one library app where you have to return the digital copy. Interesting. So essentially, what you're saying is that if people rent an ebook from you, they get to keep the ebook. You encourage downloading? Okay. I mean, there has to be some benefit to your library to encourage people to do the ebook shit. Right? Like, legitimately, there has to be, like, some benefit to your library to do that. Perfect timing. I'm right here next to her. I can pick up another egg. For the most part, just cheaper than Amazon or Audible. Okay. So then there is a fee associated with renting the books through the library then. I was looking for the hook. What do you think about things like Redbox? Fee is $5 for a library card. Okay. You're not the one I want. Goombers. You like the idea? I mean, do you feel like... Okay. I feel like it is a good idea, but the more that people actually get... Yeah, exactly. The more that people get, like, access to the internet and easier that it is to obtain like streaming services, I feel like it's less relevant. That, and after working at GameStop, the amount of people that steal things from Redbox is quite ridiculous. They're just keeping games, and like you use like the whole trick to Redbox is you go for the new releases, and you use like one of those prepaid credit cards, and that way you only have to pay for the rental, and even even if you like keep it, like there's no way to track you or obtain the late fee. So essentially, you've gotten some like $30 like Blu-ray or $60 brand new release game for $1 or $2. I think some of the things are like $5 or something like that, but like it's basically like a really cheap way to get a game. The only downside to it is you don't get the case, and it has like a stupid like ID sticker ring around the center of the disc, which people try to remove but then make a big mess of the discs. And people that steal these things, they don't want the cases anyway. Most of the time when they jack the discs out of cases at stores, they don't, you know, they're not going to show up with a disc in a case, so all they want is the money. Physical copies became unnecessary once people realized they could just keep it, take it home, and burn it onto a new CD. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do I have a spot? I don't remember if I have a spot. I have a spot. Are you giving me the magic egg? Is this the special one? I'll put it in Goomy's spot. I'm hoping the fact that I've already spent a couple hours doing this will help make this more likely to get the shiny during stream today. But I doubt it. I doubt it. Have believe, have faith. Cross your arms, legs, and buttholes. Egg wash or no egg wash? I mean, yeah. You don't want dirty eggs. God damn it. Let's get really hopeful. I really do wish there was some, like, outward sign. As someone who has worked at GameStop, what is your opinion on customers? Most of them are idiots. A lot of them are awkward. A lot of them are kids. I don't know. I mean, it kind of depends on, like, the area that you work in. In the area that I'm in right now, it's kind of ghetto. So the kids that come in, they're kind of unsavory. And a lot of them smell like weed. The super young kids, they come in and, I don't know, they're like the really sticky kids. And honestly, it's just like, I don't know, it's just, like, it's okay. Like, most of the parents are okay. They don't know what's going on, but then again, most parents don't. So parents are fine. But then, like, the older guys, like, lots of people that, like, probably don't leave their homes very often, Lots of really awkward guys that play probably too many games. I don't know. I've seen some real pieces of work that come into that store. But yeah, I don't know. They're okay. I mean, retail's retail. You just get like a different set of people that are going to be shit. Like, I'd say that there's a 95% chance that the person that's going to come in and come up to your counter, you're probably not going to really care too much about them. There's that 3% chance that they're going to be like a pretty okay dude. And there's that 2% chance that this is going to be a person that's like, oh, I like this person. I can't wait for them to come in again. What do I think the best non-game thing that I sell is? Cards. Like, playing, like, trading cards. And honestly, I wish that GameStop would do more of that shit. Trading cards and board games. I wish that they would get more into that. Like, t-shirts and backpacks, socks, and, like, plushies and shit like that. Like, that's fine, but do more, like, card games. Do more board games. Do more, like, tabletop gaming accessories. Like, they do need to diversify. And honestly, with board games being, like, kind of big these days, I think that it'd be a cool thing. And like, they tried, but I don't think they did. I don't think they tried hard enough. Ah shit, I was too early. Gotta put that egg in the refrigerator. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, did you see the video of the Walmart freak out with the lady that says that she like wants people to repent? If I weren't at my current job, what would I be doing? Dead in a gutter. I honestly don't know because I usually only think about that stuff when I'm like looking for a job, and like I'm not looking for a job, so I don't know what I would do. If I wasn't working, I'd be dead. Oh, it was bad. It was like it was real. It's so good. It's so good. Okay. If it wasn't for the fact that my computer's kind of shit right now, I'd play it. Actually, no. Maybe I can find it. Nah, I don't care right now. I'm just saying, basically, this lady was high. Some old lady was high, and she was basically just going up to people and saying that they need to repent, motherfucker. Like, so many motherfuckers. And, motherfucker! And like just going from like yelling at somebody and then somebody saying like trying to like one of the employees trying to get their attention and like just like straight up yelling saying, "You accuser! Motherfucking accuser!" And then like, "Yes, ma'am." Just like a total like 180. And just like 5 minutes of yelling. And and when she's asked like what's wrong, the lady says, "Oh, I'm pissed because this. I'm pissed because he won't repent." and I'm just like, holy fucking hell! It's good. It was a good one. If you get a chance to watch it, I would definitely say watch it. It's worth a view, for sure. Yeah, it's just one of those things that people kind of need to see. I saw it yesterday and I'm just like, wow. But she got arrested and everybody was happy. It was a good ending overall. Probably my favorite meme of the week so far. Like, the funny thing is, like, I've seen those freakouts. I've been parts of some of those kinds of freakouts that are just like, wow. Seeing it and not being involved in it makes it so much more funny. Like, it's funny seeing it happen. Like, it really truly is. But watching somebody else have to deal with it, oh, so good. So fucking good. If I were famous, what would I be famous for, excluding streaming and YouTuber? Famous for... Could I be famous for? Having an impressive collection of socks and ties. I'm sock and tie famous. I honestly have no idea. I mean, this is kind of the thing that I'm going for. This is like what I'm throwing my bag in right now. Like, if I was to be famous for anything, it'd be this, right? But I don't know. I don't know what else I could be famous for. Okay, I could potentially be famous for cooking things if I put more work into it. That's probably like a legitimate thing. Like, maybe I could get myself into like some cooking competitions. I could see that. It's definitely not like acting. It's not art. And it's definitely not sports. Not sports. I don't know. So I'd say cooking. Cooking would be the thing. The next Alton Brown. Oh, that's high praise. Alton Brown is in my mind as like one of my favorite like chef personalities. Like, for sure. I would be Alton Brown's like assistant for a week and be happy. Be famous for voice acting. Like, look at Tara Strong. I don't know who Tara Strong is. If they like voice acting in like my normal voice, yeah, sure. Oh my god, like this side of my nose. Yeah, sorry, I need to scratch my nose. I should just jump into like radio DJing. Oh god. This guy that knows absolutely nothing about music. Only there because his voice sounds like I should be on radio. You ever been told you got a face for radio? Oh, gosh. She's the voice of Bubbles in the original Puff Girls, and Tommy Turner in Fairly Odd Parents, and Raven in Teen Titans, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay. Cool. I dig it. I like this hatch an egg, get an egg setup. Let's keep that going, please. Oh, Timmy Turner. That's right. I thought Tommy, and I was thinking of like Tom Nook. I had a dream last night, or like in the waking hours of the morning, in the space of like 2 hours, while like after waking up in the middle of the night, that I was like being hunted and attacked by this like body snatching monster zombie cult, and I woke up and I said to myself, I don't like dreaming anymore. I don't like dreaming anymore. What happened to good dreams? What happened to dreams that weren't being chased by Frankenstein and spiders that were on fire? What happened to dreams that weren't driving a car underneath a mountain only to hold out because it's the apocalypse? What what happened to dreams that weren't me like hiding in some building away from like somebody that's gonna kill everybody? Like, what happened to the dreams that weren't me like working my way up a building, killing everybody inside of it, but then also being the person at the top, hiding from the person killing everybody? What happened to those dreams? The dreams that I like. But yeah, it's Tom Nook, and then is it Timmy and Tommy? No, it can't be, right? You're saying I'm gonna check, mic check. So it literally is Timmy and Tommy and Tom Nook, and I'm just like, so does that mean that Tom Nook was a Tommy when he was younger? Was he also a Tommy? Not that it matters, of course. Tom Nook's raising his kids in the family manner, in a little bit of family tradition, in the business of breaking your legs. Guess what? It's not the one I want. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously he took out their parents in order to inherit the kids. He needed cheap labor. What I'm saying is Tommy and Timmy's parents are dead. And Tom Nook killed him because they owed him money. And the only way to pay him off was to give him his 2 kids and die. Secret underground, like, mafia working in the world of Animal Crossing. We'll find out soon enough. The lore will come out. It'll be exposed. Who killed Thomas and Teresa Nook? Uh-oh, we're up to 3 boxes. Yep. I saw this one coming. Alright, box 4. That's 90 Goomies. Just sitting in a box. 90 of them. "90 lost and lonely babies." You want an army of dragons? I have some. Sorry, excuse me. I will admit, I'm excited to see who my first villagers are. I'm excited to see what furniture is immediately available and what sets I'll go after. I'm excited to see what there is to do and how long you could play that game on a daily basis and sort of not do everything. I'm just excited to play some Animal Crossing. And we'll be doing it soon, in like 2 months' time. What am I, like, ancestrally? Norwegian? Norwegian, Samoan, and English. What are you? Like, I don't know, human? Gamer. No, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that word. Ba dum ba dum ba da. Play the shiny drinking game when every time that it is not a shiny Pokemon, you take a drink. You'd be dead. If I had a training montage, what song would I play? from? Just by listening to it. Anyway. There you go. That's my that's my training laptop. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, I think. I would definitely put this in my top 10. 80s movie. Yep, no idea. I only know it from a real masterpiece, Shrek 2. No, it's from a movie in 1988. I think that was a year that you were not alive, perhaps. It's a sequel. Is it yes. It is the sequel to a movie that came out, like, I think a couple years beforehand. You hadn't graced this earth till 90s. Oh my fucking god. Fucking 97. Oh my god. Yeah, so this movie was like 11 when you were born. Whatever, that's fine. Anyway, it's Short Circuit 2. Great movie. Absolutely great movie. Fantastic. Cute. Love it. Got Johnny number 5. Number 5 is alive! I need a hero! I need a hero. He's gotta be fast and he's gotta be smooth and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. Fresh from the fight, I think, what it was. Anyway. Don't know why that surprises you, like a decade older than me. Yep, you're the only person that hasn't called me old. Yeah, I tend to be like the oldest person that most people know. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that's like 10 years older than all the rest of his friends. That's me. I'm the guy working at GameStop who's older than anybody there. They're just like, Jesus Christ. That's me, old guy. Oh. Hell, I can't even believe that I'm like a few years away from 40. Jesus Christ. 40. That isn't where I see myself in 3 years. Online, people think I'm older than I am. One guy said I was 40, which hurt. In real life, people think I'm younger than I am, which leads to a very depressing story. Oh my god. That's okay. Oh, come on, eggs. Which one of you will be my savior? My release. My sweet, sweet death. I didn't mean for this to happen. But you're gonna die. Oh, level up. Great. Leveling up the Pokemon that doesn't even matter. Do I have a spot? This is when I was 19, living in an apartment with a roommate and also doing my gentleman collar a week thing. Okay. God damn it! No one said this is a fast experience. Gross, he's at less health than all the other ones. Usually the average health is 12. Okay. Oh, she's got an egg for me. It's the one I feel it. I feel the heat of this egg. Shit. Isn't it your parents coming home? Oh my god. So the guy was freaking out because he thought you were a minor. Yikes. Big oof, as you say. Ah, shit. I thought I just hatched one. God damn it. I hate it when I do that. Was he like, you older now? These places need, like, egg incubators, I swear to God. And he didn't even think you were 17, about to be 18. He told me he thought I was 15. And he's like, okay with that? Oh my God. We can probably tell what his thing is then. Like some fresh, like some young. Not that 17 would have been better. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it all depends on what the legal age of consent is, of course, but still. Some people still frown upon things. I see you want to give me an egg. I don't need it, because this one's going to be shiny. Right? Right, fate? Jesus. Maybe the next one. Dragon's Chase take fucking forever. Dude, I had a caller today that I wanted to literally reach through the phone and punch. Because, like, I finished helping them with one thing, and they were clearly, like, an overseas, like, call center. And they weren't making themselves very clear. It was very hard to understand them because of all the background noise. And, they weren't understanding what I was saying, even though I was being very clear. And they needed help with like multiple people, and when we moved on to the next person, it was like this is like the same situation, just like a slightly different plan. And as soon as they told me like what medication was, oh, it's like, oh, it's okay. It's like the same as the previous one, and they're like, we can move on. We're just gonna go to the next person, and I'm just like, fucking hell, listen, because like, they wouldn't even let me speak and tell them that they were wrong. Anyway, men are really trash about that. There's this whole conversation during, yeah, the R. Kelly stuff. And dudes were really saying that kids are tricking them. Yeah, people can tell when you lie about that stuff. Like that, or they have suspicions. Men particularly just don't care and try to use ignorance as an excuse. Oh, I didn't realize that they were that young. Yeah. Even though they see you climbing at your bedroom window and they go, engage flute playing. Oh my god. And you're wearing Power Ranger tidy whities, yeah. 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 Some people are gross and disgusting. Thankfully, not all people, though. Yeah. That's why I try not to think about that shit, because I just can't believe that that sort of stuff exists. I don't condone it at all. It's just gross. It's bad news. Bad news bears. Do I get a lot of international calls? No. Because there is actually an international branch of our business that handles the international calls for international customers. So, like, I would say that 99.5% of my calls all come from America. There is, however, that 0.5% of calls that come from India, because there's a doctor's office or a hospital or a pharmacy using an overseas call center to do their outreach and research, and those are terrible, because like whenever you get a call from those people, it sounds like there's like just okay. Imagine a demolition derby that consists of 1,000 shopping carts in the space of this living room. That is what they sound like when you're on the phone with them. It sounds, you can barely hear them over top of whatever fucking noise and racket is going on behind them. And the stupid thing is that they're all medical calls. Like they're trying to call to the medical side of the plan, but yet they get over to us, and we're the pharmacy side. And when I tell them that I can't transfer them, they're like, "Why? Like, why can't can you transfer me?" It's like, "No. Can I have a phone number?" No, because I don't know who you're trying to call. And so yeah, it's just they're kind of annoying, and you recognize them immediately because of the noise. 1,000 shopping carts in a demolition derby in a room the size of this. Oh, sorry, that's gross. I get a lot of calls from old people. Those are predominantly all my calls. Dude, today was busy. It was so busy. It was like back to back. I barely had time to get 3/4 of the way through my puzzle. What's the best calls I get? The calls when a pharmacy is just like, "Hey, is this thing approved?" And they're like, "Yeah." It's like, "Okay, great. Bye." Those are the best calls that I get. Where I don't have to do shit. That's why I want to get moved up to like the next level, because those are the people that do the research. And those are the people that only take internal calls. Like they have to make outbound calls and stuff like that, but it's all to fix an existing issue, never to like get more new issues. So they're nicer and less stress. And they get to work at more of their own pace, which is great. What are the weirdest calls? The weirdest calls are when like people give like the odd directions for things. Like I find it funny how people they get all nervous talking about certain things, and it's like I don't care. Like I work I work in this field. I understand completely that there are going to be times where people say things like vagina or penis or butthole, rectum, anus, or sphincter. I understand that these are things and words that will be said. So people try to like skate around certain things, and I find that very funny. Uh, I also find it very funny when the people are just like just outright just blazing about certain things. And I love it. I think that's great. And it's like I don't laugh at them. I don't judge them on the phone. Like afterwards, yes, I'll have a little laugh and I'll say it's like I can't believe that this person has to do this like 3 times a day. Uh like I find that stuff amusing. But like I don't know, like it's whatever. This is my job. I deal with it. But I don't know. I love it when like some old lady's saying like I ask her the instructions for a medication, and it's like I should know, but I still have to ask because like that's just the way that it's set up, and it's just like it just and, like the old lady says like insert one pill or insert one suppository rectally every 6 hours, and I'm just like, oh my god, you have to do that every 6 fucking hours. and then and then some guy and then some guy's just like some guy's like I have to inject it like directly into my penis, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god. oh oh god. Oh god. And then okay, and like the silly thing is like women that are like they're scared to talk about birth control. They're just like, it's birth control. It's like you're taking an anti-baby pill. Like that's fine. That's okay. You don't want to be pregnant, so you take this pill. Like, go for it. You're fine. Live your life, lady. But like, you don't need to be nervous about it. It's just like, what medication take? It's like, oh, it's birth control. It's like, okay, maybe it's because I'm a guy. You know what I mean? It's like maybe because I am Jason Mann, uh, it makes it harder for women to talk about certain things to me, and I get it. That's fine. I'm not a woman. I am a man in a predominantly female business, and yes, it is awkward to talk to men about your vagina and your lady things. That's okay, but honestly, it's like, it's my job. I'm not surprised by any of this shit. But yeah, you would be blatant about it. I need a cream for the micro tears in my ass. Y'all got that? Micro tears in my ass? Yeah. I don't know. I find it funny. But like the weird calls are the ones where people call in and they're like, I don't know, they're asking for something that I can't help them with. Like, I don't know, like people calling in for rides, but they're absolutely serious about it because there's like that, like get a ride to your doctor's office sort of thing, and they get mad at you for telling them that you can't help them get a ride because you're not the ride service. But they're not as good as people telling me how they take their medication. I still I still enjoy having people tell me how they take their medication. Also, I get a laugh at the names that people tell me that they have. Like today, there was a Trista Ann. Trista with a T. And I'm just like, oh, gross. Somebody obviously likes the name Tristan, but had a girl. Wait, is Tristan a boy or a girl name? I don't know. Anyway, oh my god. Also, one of my least favorite things are the titles that people have. Because like some of these titles that people have, like job positions, like I'm a patient access coordinator. I'm, I, I, I'm just like a billing specialist. And then there's like some really fucking weird ones. And I just like, how do you have all these titles? Who makes these up? Did they make this up just to make you feel special? I don't remember if I have a space anymore. I do. Okay, great. Wait, is that on them? Wait, what? Is what on who? Sorry. Oh, job names. No, it's the stupid titles that their businesses come up with, but people take all this pride as like, I'm a medication support technician specialist of operations. Like that kind of shit. Just like these are just like false titles to make you feel special about your dingy little paper pushing desk job. It's like me, I'm a CSR or a customer service representative level 2. Like I'm not about to say that. Just say I'm a customer service rep. That's all I am. It's fine. We've got an hour and a half so far with no luck. I mean, honestly, that's all it is. It's people creating job titles to give somebody a job to make them feel better about the work that they do. Because most of the time, those crazy job titles are for, like, some really shitty or boring-ass jobs. Especially when you get, like, office stuff. Like, what about you? Do you have a title? A special designation, job name? It's like The Office, where it's like assistant to the, like assistant to the assistant manager to the whatever what that Dwight is. Like he always says the assistant manager, but everyone's like two. Assistant two. And I'm just like, okay. Librarian, that's it. See, nice and simple. It means that you don't have a bullshit job. Your job has a purpose. Your job is a real job. Come on, give me eggs. I've got empty spaces. Fill me with more babies. In a manner of speaking. Yes, give me some more of your sweet eggs. I definitely do get the feeling this is going to be the longest shiny hunt for this Pokemon. Like, this will take longer than most any of the other Pokemon that I do during this whole thing. And I haven't even figured out who my next Pokemon's going to be. I'll figure that out once I've got this one. Wait, it took you an hour and a half to make chicken sandwiches? That seems like a long time. I had sausages and peas and carrots. Just a couple saucies. A good helping of peas and carrots. Oh, Litwick. I could totally rock a Litwick. I mean, okay, so I'm trying to go for different Pokemon, perhaps. Litwick is a good choice, though. Like, he's a ghost fire? Because currently I've got like psychic that will possibly be something different because he's the Galarian form. I've got water, and now I've got dragon. Yeah, water, he's psychic. A shiny liquid would be cool because they're ghost fire. Yeah, I think I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. You had to cut up the chicken yourself and wait for the fryer to heat up. Still seems like it takes too long. Oh, by the way, this is what Goomy evolves into. Gudra. They're all... I mean, this one's okay. It's like a... Okay, but I actually really like Gudra. Gudra's very cute. Pure Dragon, surprisingly. Um, I had always thought that it'd be like Poison Dragon or like Water Dragon, but I don't know. It's very cute. Keep in mind, I'm also watching stuff along the way and typing, trying to talk to you. Yeah, it's still taking a long time. Still a long time. And it's like, I thought about this guy too, Dragapult. But I'm already doing one dragon, so I think I'll probably stay away from a dragon. Yeah. I like this idea of a Litwick. I could rock a shiny Litwick. Solid suggestion. Because remember, you kind of like, if I'm going to be creating a team, I want to be versatile. I want to have some tricks. How long does it take you to chop up your own chicken while typing? I don't know. Honestly, never tried it. But I would probably do the chicken first and then type. And what type of chicken sandwiches are we talking about? Are we talking about chicken salad or like, oh no, you're doing fried chicken. Never mind. Never mind. You know, I think I'm gonna do my chicken thigh idea. Like when I'm gonna get one of those like big packs of chicken thighs and cook them up. Roast them in the oven. That'll be good. Have them with my veg. You're a multitasker in the kitchen. I kept talking to you and have a meal. That's true. So maybe I shouldn't be judging you on your time because I probably took an appropriate amount of time for the amount of talking you've been doing. And now, hey, dinner's done. I like chicken sandwiches. Chicken sandwiches are great. I've been tempted to get like that Popeyes chicken sandwich because everybody keeps on like fucking talking about it. But is it Popeyes that they keep on talking about? I don't remember. But I'm trying to be a good boy and avoid the fast food stuff. I mean, I know that it's only freaking January, but I haven't had fast food at all this year so far, so I feel okay about that. And it's, yeah, that's right, it's only 9:30. The night is young. The earth is new. Oh, by the way, if you haven't noticed, like, I'm streaming early because I actually get off at 3:30 now, because there's no more overtime. So I can actually stream earlier and longer, should I choose to do so. I'm probably going to be doing a LEGO stream sometime this week, too. I just got to figure out what day it is. Because I got 4 LEGO sets to build. Oh, dude, on the 1st of February, they're coming out with a really cool set. It's the International Space Station. And it's not $1 billion, so I feel happy about that. Which, by the way, this is a fucking awesome box. like, like legitimately speaking, like this box is so big that it like muffles my voice. Anyway, it's a great box. I've got to do my like video review of it so that I can get rid of it. You support me not eating fast food, but also no, you don't have to worry so hard about it. Eating the sandwich once would be fine. No, I know. I know. I'm just like, I do have a slightly addictive personality for certain things, and food is one of them. And if I start getting myself into like fast foods and getting like, I'll get into the habit of it again. So, that's the main thing. Like, there's two reasons why I'm staying away from it. One, to be healthy, and then two, because I end up spending like way too much money on it unnecessarily. So, there's two reasons. It's twofold. Oh, I bought a light kit for that Batmobile. It should be coming like in the next couple weeks from China. I can't wait to fucking install that light kit. It'll look so fucking good. I love the idea of putting light kits in Lego. I think it makes certain sets just look so freaking cool. I am not about to do some fucking crazy shit like that. See, okay, here's the whole thing. I already know to be smart about it. You don't call it a diet. You just eat better. And it's portion control. Like, you can eat whatever you want as long as you portion control. Like, I could literally go to Burger King. I could go to Wendy's. I could go to Popeyes and get like a regular meal. I don't have to have a soda because I don't like soda, and I could just get the one thing, and that'd be fine. But you know, because it's just portion. But you know, water cleanses, juice fasts, even like intermittent fasting. I'm not a big fan of stuff like that. Just eat like a normal person. Do the good thing. Like, basically, like, the first month is me getting used to like my eating thing, and then I have a next step that I'll do next month, and I'll just sort of go from there and just build upon it. I'm easing myself into it. Like, this is going to be a long process, but I'm not going crazy over it. I just have to do it. I just do it slowly, and that's okay. And in the end, we hope that I end up with a healthier Jason. Besides, I'm smarter than that. I know that shit is just absolutely stupid. I would be a miserable son of a bitch if I was doing like any of that crazy fucking shit. I just fucking love food too much. You know what I like about the way that I eat to like make myself like healthier and lose weight is because it means that I eat protein. And protein is fucking good. And you know why protein's good? Because protein's meat. And I love meat. Because the whole thing is, this is like the core of everything that I'm doing. Protein is good. Eat protein to build muscle. Work on muscle. More muscle that you have, the faster you burn fat. The faster you burn fat, the more weight you lose. You feed that fat burning process by eating protein to build muscle and so forth. So No, I was eating meat. I just eating a whole bunch of other shit to go with it. Uh, and I know that this works because it has worked. I have a process. I'm actually smart about it. And the stupid thing is that like here I am, this 300-pound dude, well, like more than 300-pound dude, that can tell somebody this is like a nice, easy way to lose weight. And I can say it with all honesty and sincerity because it helped me lose like 80 to 90 pounds the last time that I did it. And yeah, I put it all back on because I'm an idiot, but it works because it's not a diet. It's just eating food. Like you want to have a nice dinner. You want to have a steak. Have a fucking steak. Steaks are great. Anyway, that's the whole deal. That's the key. I'm not an idiot. I'm human. I am human, man. Shit, I did it again. I don't know. Like I said, I'm smart about it. I just need to actually just do it. Human man, you are so much fun. I didn't plan on finding you quite this entertaining. No, I did. That's the trap. That's how I get them. That's how I get that one gay man to watch all my streams. Just that one gay man, that's fine. That's all I need. Oh, really? Yeah, okay. What song? More human than human? No, that's not it. That's a Rob Zombie song. Or a White Zombie song? Forget which is which. I don't know enough about them. Anyway. What Can I Do For You by Greg Universe. Never heard of the man or the song. Oh, it's still the same Goomy. Wow, why am I surprised? Featuring rose quartz in the in the crystal gems. Definitely don't know who they are. All right, we're up to 5 boxes. We are over 120 Goomies. Shit, I did it again. And I don't want to say no to an egg because there's always a chance that that one egg that I throw away was the chosen one. You're sure that I wouldn't know them anyway? Yeah, I believe that you're right. I'm not that underground. This is definitely a band that I haven't heard of. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna be so excited when they fucking get this Goomy Dragon. I'm so excited. That's right. We all have different tastes. And that's okay. That is okay. No, you don't have an egg. Why am I begging up her tree for an egg? I have an egg right in my boxes. A-okay. She has an egg now, though. Why didn't I notice that? Visible disappointment. Disappointment intensifies. 3 chicken sandwiches and a cup full, and a full cup and a half of water. Back in bed. 3 chicky sandies. What do you put on your chicken sandwiches? Oh. Surprise, an egg is hatching. Never would have expected it. Of course. Depends. Made these spicy, so ketchup, pickles, honey mustard, usual greens. Okay. Like, I'm a fan of, like, spinach, tomato, mayo, honey mustard, bacon. That's a damn good chicken sandwich. and you did, like, legit, like, fried chicken, right? Like, did you bread them up? Get a nice batter or breading mix on there? I mean, however you did it's fine. I'm just asking. Asking for a friend, it's fine. Shut up. Yeah, the egg wash. No, I remember. I hope you didn't think that I was, like, serious about that. I knew what you were talking about. I just dodged the question specifically. I was waiting for you to call me on my shit, but you didn't, so I just let it go. You saved the last chicken cutlet for tomorrow. We're gonna have it for breakfast. There you go. This is the one. I can't watch. I won't look. It was not the one. It'll happen when I least expect it. You've just been desensitized, but to metaphors. Being funny and mistakes. You just read through them. Desensitized to it. Yep. Just like I've been desensitized to anime titties. They're just everywhere, so I just don't even notice them anymore. Goomy, Goomy, where are you? If you see a titty jiggle in an anime, you just turn it off. It's like, oh, that's a boob. Too much. You barely put up with flat-chested comments these days. Okay. You're not up for that anime wibble wobble. Wibble wobble, wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Do I have a spot? I don't remember. No, I don't want to... Stop. I don't want to buy things yet. I'll buy it soon. Jesus. I want that outfit, even though that outfit is just gross, boring shit. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't seen High School of the Dead. When I saw that girl's pussy jump, I just turned off TV and went to bed. Maybe now I have to watch that show. No, I've never seen that one. Sometimes fan service can go a little bit too far. Just a little bit too far. I don't think it's necessary. It's like, give me some story. Like, I'd rather real plot rather than plot. That has very famous fight scene of a rifle bullet going through this girl's boobs. Okay. I will admit you've piqued my interest. I did it again. I sort of decided the other day that, well, not the other day, but yesterday, more today, that I'm going to go through all of my movies and pick out the ones that I just haven't watched. And before I start binging into anything else, I think I'm going to watch all of those. Consume some media. That's the whole plan. Oh, speaking of movies, um, one of my favorite movies is Run, Fat Boy, Run. Have you ever seen that movie? As much as I hate it for fan service, you should watch it. The fight scenes and the plot are actually good. Okay. Do it. No point to having all that content if you ain't gonna consume it. That's right. Consume it all. Feed on video. Oh, an egg is hatching, you say? Fancy that. Not like this isn't my goal. The whole thing that I'm aiming for. Da-da-da-dun-da-dun. Let's grab the egg out of storage first. You have, only because he loves Simon Pegg. It's a great fucking movie. I love that movie. That's another movie that makes me fucking cry. So fucking adorable. Uh, your favorite real person movie is? No. Tell me, please. I'd like to know. Tell me about these movies that have real people in them. And which is your favorite? Friends with Benefits, close second. Just go with it. And again, like I've never seen it. But that's that. Oh God, that is the one with Justin Timberlake in it, right? And Meg. Justin Timberlake and Meg Griffin. Why can't I? Why can't I remember like her fucking name? Yeah, that's right, because you don't like him. Oh God, Mila Kunis. That's right, Mila Kunis. She's cute. I like her. She got really good at things. Like, I remember always being like kind of annoyed with her in that '70s show, but like she grew into like an actually like pretty capable actress for the roles that she's done that I've seen her in, and I dig her. That's how you know that I love the movie because you put up with Justin Timberlake nasally ass. Nah, for me it's got to be Ghostbusters. That's my favorite real person movie. Yeah. Ghostbusters. You hated Jackie Burkhart in this lifetime? Yes. Of course I did. She was annoying. She got better, but at first I was like really kind of annoyed with her. hated her. You are the person I expect you to be sometimes. This is not that time. What, you thought that I would like her as a character? I don't know. It's just like, come on. Like, everybody has different takes on certain things. I narrowly missed that battle. I didn't want to fight the little fairy motherfuckers. You thought I would hate Eric and or Kelso. Jackie and Hyde are the only two you wouldn't hate. Hyde, I think, is fantastic. Eric is a jackass. Kelso's a moron. No, I was in that show for Red. No, towards the end of it, I didn't hate her for the entirety of the show. It was just like when she was super young Jackie. That's when I hated her. Overall, I found the show fine. I liked pretty much all of the characters that were in it. Um, Hyde and Red were like my favorites. And, oh, fucking hell, Jackie, Hyde, Kitty, and that one guy that replaced Eric with. Only the ones you didn't hate. It was an okay show. It worked for the time that it was on. I remember when it was like, when the rumor was that they were going to make like a That 80s show. Hyde was black, so Stan. Hyde was black. Prove me wrong. He has a black father who was a magician. That is correct. I remember that. Yeah, it was definitely something in music for sure. Wasn't that how they ended up with the record store? It's been forever since I watched that show. Dun, 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 dun. But Jazz, how do you feel about Robert Pattinson as Batman? I mean, I'll feel about it how I feel about it when I see it. I don't necessarily care about the guy as an actor. I find him funny for being a sparkly vampire, but I just found those movies to be an incredibly big meme. Um, but props to the guy if he can actually get away from it. I don't know, I've heard that he's actually a pretty decent actor for the stuff that he's been in outside of it. I wanted to see The Lighthouse, but I never got around to it. Maybe one of these days when it's streaming. But honestly, I like Batman, so when his movie comes out, I'll go see it. It'll be fine. I don't know. I liked Ben Affleck as Batman. I wanted them to pursue it more. Gritty, dangerous, killer Batman. I thought that he could have been cool. It could have been a different take. But they could have done that whole the Dark Knight thing with the Ben Affleck Batman, which would have been fucking awesome. Like a hard R-rated Batman movie, that'd be neat. But yeah, anyway, he is a real good actor. He just suffers from childhood actor syndrome. Yeah. I would trust him more as an actor than I would the girl that played the lead in Twilight. I forget what her name is. Ben Affleck. Shut up. I'm not talking about the actor. I don't like the actor. I thought that his that portrayal of the Batman was fine. Remember, if I say things about certain people, it's because I like the character that they played, not the person that they are. I don't care about the actors. They can do whatever the fuck they want to. I just care about the characters. There's hardly any actual actors which I care about. I just like certain characters. Kristen Stewart. Oh, that's right. Yeah, somehow she has less emotion than Scarlett Johansson, and that's saying something. I don't know. I feel like after the Twilight movies, or like even during the Twilight movies, she just ended up turning into trash. And it's just like her life just turned into a major train wreck. And oh god, I remember when I was living with some dude and his fiance. She loved Twilight, and so they're in the house. They want to watch a movie, so they put on Twilight 1 or 2 or something like that. And oh my god, I fucking tear that movie a new asshole. And like the boyfriend was giving me looks during it, but he was laughing. And I think I pissed his girlfriend off so much. So fucking much. Maybe that was the reason why they kicked me out of their house. I don't know, but yeah, she hated everything that I was saying about Twilight because I tore that movie a fucking asshole. You've liked Ben Affleck in one movie and one movie only, and that's Dogma. And like everyone else carried. Yeah, true. Ben Affleck is not a good actor. But like I said, I don't care. You love Twilight. Absolutely terrible movie, but so funny the soundtrack slaps. Okay, I think you are definitely younger than I am because I hate you for that statement. I can't stand Twilight. They are terrible movies. I don't even like them for the fact that I can laugh at them. They are awful. And before you say anything, yes, I have watched them all. I have seen every single last second of Twilight, and I know what I'm talking about. I've been there, I've done that, I have suffered through the war. Nothing but bangers. Okay. Okay. Have I gotten a shiny yet? been over 2 hours. Where's my fucking shiny Pokemon? Hey, you shiny... Terrible movies always have, like, the most effort put into the soundtrack, except Cats. Everything but the movie is about that movie is cursed. Yeah, okay, okay. You may be right. Some bad movies, or, yeah, they do get some pretty okay songs. Oh god, I dread the day that I choose to watch Cats. Because I know that I will watch it, because I'll want to know. I want to know, like, how bad it actually was. Just for the sake of knowing. I think that I will dread watching Cats more than I dreaded watching the first two the first two Human Centipede movies. And those were bad. Alright, too early for egg. Cursed, cursed, cursed to exist as a cat. You know that video of that girl I sent you with the Do Me Raw thing? She has a whole playlist reviewing terrible movies. Maybe. I don't know. I actually tend to stay away from movie reviews. I don't find a lot of humor in them. I don't know. Like, okay, so for instance, the new Star Wars movie, I haven't watched any reviews of that movie because I like how I feel about it. I'm okay with how I feel about it, and that's basically it. I know what people think. I know what people say, but I'm okay with how I feel about it. Now, 50 Shades, absolutely horrendous, but they put work into the soundtrack. They really got Beyonce on track to redo Crazy in Love, and she hates doing that. You're right, it is a terrible movie. I hated that movie too. I don't even think that there was anything laugh-worthy in that movie either. Like, it was just bad. Like, straight bad. It's funny, he really gave her 6 strokes of his belt and she broke down like a baby. Yeah, it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. I don't know, I can laugh at pretty much anything, but I did not think that that movie was funny. Dude, okay, so there was this one movie. It's a John Leguizamo movie called The Pest. Some guy I knew said it was like his favorite movie, and this is a comedy movie. I managed to sit through that entire movie and I didn't laugh. And I'm a giggly motherfucker. And I sat through an entire comedy movie. Physical humor, jokes, actual laughter, and I didn't laugh a stitch. And I felt pretty okay about it. It's a bad movie. Uh, okay. Wait, what was I going to talk about? I actually had a thing. I forgot it. I forgot my thing. I have to remember my thing. Oh, I remember my thing. I got a comment on one of my YouTube videos. I'm actually going to go into it. So somebody commented twice on one of my videos. It's a video about the Carmen Sandiego board game that came out like a couple years ago. Anyway, it says this. The guy says, "I thought this video was going to explain how to play it. Cringe." And then he also commented on it, "Dude, your video could use more actual instruction and less glossing over important details and chuckling." So apparently he was annoyed at the fact that like I nervously chuckle when I'm doing my videos because it's a habit. I'm shy and I'm nervous. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't expect you to listen to my recommendations. So I watch my video, and in the intro, I say, I'm going to go over the basics, and only the basics, and talk about how I feel about it. And so I watch it, and yeah, I was not happy. I don't know, like everything this guy said was just annoyed me. So I said, I replied, "So chuckles aside, I said in the intro that I was going to go over the basic layout of the gameplay and basic gameplay aspects. This is never a full walkthrough, but I did cover all basic areas of play. And also, I did state in the video that I felt that even I felt that there were some rules that needed clarification, as even I wasn't sure about how they completely worked. And that was even after watching the game's actual instruction video. Your expectations should be tempered to what the person presenting the video tells you they will do, and if you have needs outside and beyond that, there is the whole internet to search to find what you're looking for. After watching this, a person should have the basic idea of how to set up, play, and win the game. But that's all. If I had intended this to be an instructional video, I would have said that I would be teaching you all about all the ins and outs of the game in the intro. Regardless, if you felt this video was lacking something, you could have just asked a question about what you wanted to know more about, or just not watched once I said I was going over the basics and looked for something more suitable. Either way would have made me happy. Or you could always make your own video explaining what you felt was lacking too. That way, people could needlessly judge you as well. So, I don't know. I don't know why this guy's comment annoyed me so much, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like, why be so fucking petty? Why be so petty? If you don't like the video, go make your fucking own. You'd listen to my recommendations if we shared like common things we like to watch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like the dude just needed to shut the fuck up. It's just like, seriously, it's a video that somebody made. And I made this thing like when I was super new to doing it. I was very nervous about putting my voice, let alone my opinions on the internet. And I chuckle now in the videos too, but that's just me, that's my personality. But like I said, all he had to do was ask a question. Just be like, hey, I don't understand this rule. I would have touched this game that I haven't played in years, and I would have learned how to do the thing that he was questioning, and I would have told him. I would have done it because that's just the kind of person I am. You feel like we might have a tiny overlap too. I've seen things like Scary Movie or Stan Helsing. Wait, Stan Helsing? Do you mean Van Helsing, or is that like a parody movie that I believe that I've heard of before? I've seen Scary Movie. I don't like Scary Movie. The first one's okay, but anything after that is just trash. And to be quite honest, I don't really go for those types of comedies. No, Stan Helsing parody movie with Steve Howie and then I have not seen that movie. Yeah, that whole like stream of parody movies that came out, like Not Another Teen Movie and Scary Movie and all that other shit, I couldn't go for it. Like I've seen a few of them, but not a fan. Like I don't like okay, even like American Pie, like the college comedy movies, not a fan of those ones either. Like there is a limit to like stupid comedy. Like I like some stupid shit, but I have my limits for like fucking comedy movies, I swear to God. There's comedy and then there's comedy. I even think that I would like more I like more romantic comedies than I do that genre of like high school or college comedies. You only seen one of the American Pies, and only because I was having a moment of homosexuality, and I wanted to support what's her face, the girl from Buffy. Oh yeah, that girl from Buffy. I dig that girl from Buffy. I support her in the things she does. The one that played Willow, right? The witchy girl. Good Luck Chuck or The Proposal. No. And no. So when I say that I've seen more romantic comedies than I have high school or college things, um, I don't really like romantic comedies that much either, but I like them better than that genre, and I'd be more accepting of them too. Anyway, you mean what's more cunt than being a witch who's also a lesbian? Like she was hitting layers upon layers of talent. That and she was cute. I had high school crush on that girl. I definitely did. I liked her more than I liked Buffy. Ba da 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. But anyway, I think that like I think that most romantic comedies are fine because they have more stuff than just stupid humor stuff. Matthew Lillard. Okay, that name is familiar to me, but I can't quite place it. Please tell me what he is from or does. That name does definitely ring a bell. God, my this whole thing is a mess. Wait, I sound funny now. He was in Scream and 13 Ghosts. Oh, yeah, that guy. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. He's funny. He is funny. Okay, I like Scream. Like the Scream franchise, that was good. Do you like scary movies? I don't. "13 Ghosts." Is that the one with that had Tony Shalhoub in it? Monk? There's like a house that they got that was like haunted. I think I liked that movie. You've had a thing for goofy men your whole life, apparently. No. 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 Impossible. Inconceivable. Yeah, the house was mostly glass. Yeah. Yeah, I watched that movie. I watched that one. I think I owned it at a point in time. Can't remember why, because I don't like scary movies, but I owned that movie for a period of time before my ex-wife sold it. Anyway, speaking of that, I like Tony Shalhoub. I like Monk. Tony Shalhoub is great. He was great in Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest is great. You know who's also great? Alan Rickman. I'm sorry that he's dead. You know who is also great? Fucking Sigourney Weaver. She's great too. You also don't like scary movies, which is why I suck. You suck animated stuff and rom-coms. Stick to animated stuff and rom-coms. Maybe one or two actions a year. Yeah, I do like action. I think it's fun to see in the theaters. I like the more serious stuff to watch at home. Got into Monk and Psych phase for a bit. Psych was not really for me. It was too canned, but Monk was actually good. It had some heart. Like, I always felt that the white guy was just really weird. And the black guy seemed like he was trying to be like a black white guy. Ghost Whisperer? Yeah. Yeah. I never really watched it though. I remember when that came on TV. Ghost Whisperer. Oh, God. We don't say anything about the black guy from Psych. He gave us the greatest swirl romance to ever exist in Holes. So he's in the clear for the rest of his career. Okay. I will give him the pass also. I need to watch that movie Holes, though. Again, rather. I haven't seen it in forever. It was a good movie. Don't talk about him. Oh, God. I can't wait until this all goes away. The other day, I woke up and my nose felt like I'd been punched in the face. But it just was basically me rubbing my nose raw. Shia LaBeouf peaked. Fucking peaked with Holes. I mean, was it really like the height of his career with fucking Holes? I remember they tried to put him in like a whole bunch of shit, and then he went crazy. Oh god, it's getting hot in here. Just do it! God damn it, just give me this fucking Pokemon, I swear to god. I have seen so many fucking regular Pokemon. I just want a shiny. Give me the fucking shiny. How many Pokemon am I at now? Please tell me. How many boxes we got of these fucking dragon bitches? 6. Almost 6 full boxes. 6 times 30. That's 180 of these fucking bitches, right? 6 times 3? 18? Yeah, 180. Okay. Absolutely yes. Nothing else has been good. He should have stayed in Transformers to secure his check. Okay. Okay. Speaking of Transformers, you know who I absolutely hate? The chick in Transformers. I hate her. I hate her so much. I don't know why. I just don't like her. I don't think she's a good actress. I think that she's not as attractive as people think that she is. I just don't like her. There are far better, prettier actresses out there. Completely opposite opinion. Yep, don't like her. Anyway. Let's just stay off that topic then. Come on, dude, push the right button. Get out of that menu, please. I don't know why. She's been saying forever that she doesn't like being portrayed as a sexy girl. I'm gonna hard disagree with that. Not a good actress thing, but that's a matter of opinion. I don't know. If she doesn't like being portrayed as this sexy girl, then she needs to change something. Like, I was moderately okay with her being like April O'Neil in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, because I didn't think that she was as completely vapid as she was in Transformers. But I don't like her. I don't think that she's a good actress. Like, to me, I feel like it's just like pretty entitled actress skills. That that's the whole deal. But anyway, again, that's an opinion. It's my opinion, and I guess that's where it stays. It's not as simple as change something. She fought hard not to be in Transformers, and they blacklisted her and kicked her out of the movies. Well, okay. I don't know. It's just... You're right. It is not as simple as change something. But I guess in my mind it was by change something I meant get different roles. But if she got kicked out of Hollywood, then I guess it's going to be hard for her to get different roles. And yes, with Hollywood, I guess it is a machine. And it's like, oh, you're a pretty lady. Guess what? You're sexy in your sex appeal. You're the piece of eye candy in this movie over here. Like, this is really good, like, female lead role, but we're going to give that to somebody else. But you look like you can play, like, dumb teen heartthrob. You're going to help us sell our movies. Oh, God. Anyway, I don't, like, stuff. Oh, yeah? There you go. Good for her. 2 seconds. Uno momento, por favor. We got 15 minutes left of this shit. And then I'll call it for this episode. Well, I mean, 15 minutes makes 3 hours, so Jesus Christ. I don't know what you want from me. It's not a weekend, so I can't just go all night. I almost guarantee, like, the next time that I play this on my own, like, outside of stream, it'll be like one of the first things that appears. Oh, God. It's evading me because it's being watched. That's my theory. It's like what they say, like a watched pot never boils. Who is my favorite actress? I actually have to think about that one because I don't, like I said, I don't really pay much attention. um, who is one of my favorite actresses? I'm trying to think of like movies that I've seen. Part of it is that I don't remember names, I just remember characters. No, I mean, no. I mean, there's some stuff that she does that's like, okay. But, no. It'd probably have to be like Sigourney Weaver. She's great. She's absolutely fucking fantastic. I'm trying to think of it, because it's not just her. Like, there are definitely like other... Can't remember what their fucking names are. I'm trying to think of the movie. I'm trying to think of the movie that they're in so that I can try to remember the character that they were and remember the name of the actress that plays them. Which is awful. I can't remember fucking shit. Da, 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 I like Emma Watson. And I like, oh god, who's the, Charlize Theron? Is that her name? Charlize Theron? Whatever. She's the lady from that movie Monster. She was in there with Christina Ricci. Um, I like, I like, oh god damn it. God damn it, there's another actress that she's connected to like fucking, uh, oh, she was in the news for fucking shoplifting. Oh god, what's her fucking name? Uh, she was in Alien Resurrection with Sigourney Weaver. She was Spock's mother in fucking the new Star Trek. Why can't I remember her fucking name? She was the lead actress in Edward Scissorhands. I'm really bad with names. Is that obvious? Very bad with names. Oh my fucking god. On any other day, I'd probably be able to remember it, but today, no. Just tossing them out? Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you everything that this lady has been in. I've remembered other actresses that don't have anything to do with her. But I can't remember this one. Winona Ryder. There we go. Winona Ryder. I like Winona Ryder. Okay. Yeah. Fuck me. Swear to God. Oh, terrible people. I'm a terrible white man because I remember only so few. It's like when you're trying to think of a movie, you can fucking see the scenes playing out in your head, but the name won't come to you, and the scene is so generic that you can't put a type in it. Correct, because it's like you remember this movie and you want to tell people about it, but at the same time, all you can remember is when all of the characters were sitting down at a table eating cereal, and it was morning. Well, it's just like at the same time I feel bad because it's like I like actors like Tom Cruise and I like I like Keanu Reeves and I like Arnold Schwarzenegger and I like Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and all that fucking shit. And, like it's super easy for me to say those people's names, but then why is it so hard for me to say the names of the female actresses? Is it because I was like legitimately thinking about it, or just because I don't watch as many movies that have female characters in it? I don't know. I don't think I'm sexist. I'm not like against women. I'm just saying, like as I've grown up, I definitely watch more movies with men. Like me some men. God damn it. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. You're not going to say anything, but just know you would make a joke. Yes, I know. I said the words, and I said the words in a very specific way. Also, not going to get into politics or sexism or any of that, but I hope that inspires you to get into the women's media. I am, and I'm fine with it. I'm terrible with names. Most of the reason why I remember the names of all those male actors is because like those are the people that I grew up watching. But the female roles that I remember are the ones that I think are actually memorable, and I think that they actually do a good job. So a lot of these men that have been in roles, their characters are absolute garbage sometimes. But anyway, if I had to pick two out of the ones that I would say, I'd say that Sigourney Weaver and Charlize Theron, because like even like Charlize, she's been in some fucking shit. Like, have you seen that movie Monster? Such a good movie, and she does so fucking good in it. I watched that for the first time a few years back. Very good. And even like whoever it is that plays Trinity in The Matrix, she's in that movie Fido. Have you ever seen Fido? Very good movie. She's like the lead in that one, and such a good movie. It's a great romantic comedy. It's a love story about a boy and his dog. A boy and his dog, but his dog is dead, and the dog is a zombie. And a human. Then again, I also think that Shaun of the Dead is a love story, but the lovers are Shaun and his friend. Oh, God. Anyway, let it be noted, I understand. We're not getting into politics or sexism or anything like that. We like what we like, and we grow up with what we grow up with, and that's okay. Come on, dude. You got like 5 minutes. Give me a fucking sliver of hope here that I can get this Pokemon. Catwoman. Jennifer's body was okay. Fifth Element was great. Mila did a great job with that. I think that she got overplayed in Resident Evil. Like I feel like as the movies went on, it just got really weird. But Fifth Element for sure, yes. Oh, you know who else I love? The lady that plays Elaine in Seinfeld. She is so fucking funny. Kate Beckinsale. That's that's Underworld, right? She was good in that. She's got a great look. Aeon Flux, Ultraviolet, Trinity, and Alice did so much for little girls. So did Samus in Metroid. She's great. Great for women. Although I can't say. Got some hard action, bitches. Alright, what time we got? Oh, minute and a half. Limited time for hatching eggs. Got two. Got two in my party. I would love to see a Metroid movie. But they'll probably never fucking make it. What inspired you as a kid was Blade. I need to watch those movies. I do. I've been meaning to, I just haven't ever gotten around to it. I like Wesley Snipes. He does a surprisingly good job in his roles. If you are, watch Blade and also Spawn. Oh, no. I've seen Spawn. I love Spawn. Spawn is like a terrible train wreck at times, but I love Spawn. I own it. I do. I have it. It's on my shelf in the S's under Spawn. Oh, that's 3 hours. Well, kids. We're gonna hatch one more egg. That's it. That's when time's up. When one more egg hatches. Just gonna spin around this man for a while. I don't know what's a travesty? That they removed Star Wars from IMAX and put in Dr. Dolittle. So on the day where I actually go to the movies to see Star Wars in IMAX, I can't. Because Dr. Dolittle is in there instead. How do I like my eggs? Scrambled with cheese. I do a little bit of milk, some cheese, some butter, salt, pepper, sour cream instead of milk, probably, if I have it. Yeah. Some ketchup or maple ketchup on it if there's nothing with the eggs, but if I have like breakfast sausage or bacon, I will do some maple syrup. That's great. Great. I'm pretty good at making eggs. Dr. Dolittle was just it just is not popping if it ain't Murphy. Correct. They lost out with that half offense to Robert. Yeah. It's like, of all the movie roles that guy could have gotten after being Iron Man for so many fucking years, like, he chooses Dr. Dolittle, like, goes straight into fucking kid shit. It's like, why that movie? Like, that movie's been done. Done. This is it. Final leg. Close eyes. Cross fingers. Nope. Sorry, folks. Sorry. That's all she wrote. Time to turn in the towel, at least for today. He should have stayed in his ass as Iron Man or did something else like a rom-com or whatever. I mean, he's an attractive man. He'd do good as a rom-com character. He's decently funny. I mean, he's been through some fucking ups and downs. Like, he's been through the shit, and he's owned up to it, and he's come back. But whatever. It's his fault for going into that movie. It's a paycheck. Is that movie a Disney? Shut up. My taste in men is purely heterosexual. I'm not out there tasting their dicks, so I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, God. My taste in men isn't out there to hurt you. My taste in men is based on being an ignorant white male. Quote of the year so far. Yeah. Anyway. Let me have my things. Oh shit, there's a fucking egg in here. Look at all these boxes full of this Dragon Boy, and I don't have the one that I actually want. Okay, I'm done. I am done for the day. I will not be here tomorrow, most likely. Yeah, no, I know. It's fine. I know what I say, and sometimes I say things specifically on purpose to cause a reaction. Because I know they're funny. I know comedy. I know the commodists. Oh, God. What a fucking night. I can't believe that I didn't even fucking get it. 180 of these things. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I will be fine. Anyway, nice chatting. Today was a chat stream. A chat stream while hatching eggs. I hope you enjoyed.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.